Hello, my name is Steve.
And I'm David.
And you're listening to Anime Plus. This episode, as we continue our journey through the Gundam Universal Century, we have moved into a more modern era of design with the first two OAV episodes of Gundam Unicorn.
We did it. We finally made it to the original thing I wanted to watch this season.
Yeah, this season was just going to be us talking about Gundam Unicorn the entire time.
And Steve's like, hey, let's talk about all this other precursor shit too.
But I think it's paid off.
It has paid off. I understand a lot more what's going on in Unicorn than if I had not.
We'd have been really lost, I think.
Oh, God. The amount of lore drop. They reference both Neo-Zeon conflicts and the 1 Year War like 15 trillion times. And you're just like, I would have missed a lot of stuff.
Yet with Unicorn, they decide to retcon some of the history of the Universal Century.
They do. Not retcon.
Well, maybe not even retcon, because we've never...
We open with the start of the Universal Century. While giving a speech, the then president of a unified Earth, President Marcanus, is giving his speech. We see a group of what we learn to be terrorists setting up a terrorist attack on the station that the president of the Earth Federation is on, Laplace Station. This terrorist attack succeeds, destroying Laplace and killing not only the president, but a lot of people on board of the station. And we also see that the terrorist ship was blown up as well in what we can only assume as a cover-up to make sure that no one talked. Then we open on Industrial 7, and we go to Classroom, where we meet a young, which you can pretty much tell right away, a young new type.
A new type, yeah.
By the name of Banagher Lynx. We get some exposition that this is a school run by Anaheim Technologies, the same Anaheim that has been involved in literally everything since they were introduced in 0083. We are now placed with this mysterious corporation that we've heard through several series so far, is finally placed to the forefront as they are not only teaching this new generation of people that have never experienced the First War, or the 1 Year War, I should say. And we find that they are also linked to a even more secretive foundation called the Vist Foundation, which we very quickly learn has been producing a new Gundam, the titular Unicorn Gundam, which they have a massive obsession with fucking unicorns. We get introduced to some pretty new and honestly pretty cool mobile suits right off the bat. We get introduced to the Kshatriya, which is a Neo-Zeon mobile suit piloted by Merida Cruz under the control of this group called the Sleeves that work for Neo-Zeon, which we can thus far deduce is a faction of Neo-Zeon in this weird divided group that Neo-Zeon has come to become ever since the death of Char Aznable, or the supposed death of Char Aznable.
He did.
Well, they only claim him as MIA in the background. They never confirm that he's dead.
Because the new Gundam converted him into energy.
From there, we get the introduction of a couple more important characters. One being Aubrey Burns.
Why are the Sleeves at Side 7?
They're on their way to Industrial 7, and as we find that out from their interaction with them, after the initial introduction and testing of the Unicorn Gundam, we also learn from the Vist Foundation that they're on their way to meet with the Vist Foundation.
With Londo Bell chasing their heels.
Yes, with Londo Bell, which is a
Special Forces
group of the Earth Federation military.
Which originally was helmed or commanded by Bright Noah.
He's still kind of in charge of it because he's still on the Londonium. Anyway, Bright Noah's plot armor aside, we end up being introduced to another character after the Sleeves ship is docked at Industrial 7. We are introduced to a young woman who we find out... Do I spoil it now or later?
It doesn't matter.
We find out that she's Mineva Zabi, even though I called it from a mile away. I was like, that's Mineva. She is trying to abscond off of the Sleeve ship to what we eventually learn after she meets Banagher Lynx, who has a Jedi,
He's a new type.
I know, Space Jesus. He goes and saves her in a little mini mobile suit, which the things that Noah and his crack team used to go blow up half of Axis, remember?
Oh, the little power armor things?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
So saw those again. I was like, hey. Banagher catches Minerva. They crash, and she's like, we need to go to the Vist Foundation mansion. And he's like, there's a mansion? She's like, yep, let's go. They have a walking montage where the sleeves almost catch them with Merida and 2 goons. Banagher shows off his martial arts prowess. Banagher beats the shit out of the sleeves and yeets Merida
onto a platform.
Onto a platform.
I thought he literally tossed her off the building and she just fell down the stairs.
Yeah, she only landed like 5 feet. They make it to the Vist family mansion. It's like, oh my God, I remember all this. Cardaeus Vist, the head of the family and the person in charge of his school, is like meeting with Minerva, and they're like trying to have a conversation, but Banagher's like, I need to stay here. I need her to need me. And he's like, bro, leave. To which he finally is escorted off the premises.
Yeah,
Minerva talks about how she needs to stop a war between Neo-Zeon and the Earth Federation. The sleeves finally show up. They talk about this thing called Laplace's box, which supposedly is like the key to the Federation staying in power, which is kind of a major retcon because we've never talked about it before. And
it's just a weird thing to exclude from the entire history of Gundam up to this point.
Yes. From there, we learn that Londo Bell has surrounded Industrial 7. All hell breaks loose, which everyone has just basically said that this is the declaration of war that they were worried about. And so the forces of Neo-Zeon and the Earth Federation are now officially at war.
So the reason that the sleeves are there is because...
they want Laplace's box.
Well, no, the Vist organization has decided that to ensure the continuity of things, that they were going to hand over the box to... or the box of secrets. Sorry, at this point, the MacGuffin to Neo-Zeon instead of keeping it themselves or giving it to the Federation.
Yes, because apparently the Vist Foundation has been in charge of Laplace's box for
96 years.
And it has allowed them to, the way I've gathered, it's kind of like have the Federation by the balls.
Whatever it represents or whatever it contains will essentially bring down the Federation, destroying its universal governance. At least its attempt at universal governance.
I don't think it's a physical object. I think it's a secret. So there's the meeting between the sleeves, who want this box for Full Frontal, who is, at this point, not been introduced, but for the sake of this, is very much a lookalike to Char Aznable. And then Londo Bell attacks. Huge fight breaks out on Industrial 7. A bunch of people die.
Most of
Vist just evaporates.
Most of Banagher's classmates die.
Yes. Minus PogChamp dude and Mikot is...
So Mikot is Frau, and then the other dude is...
Hayato. After a whole bunch of shit pops off, Banagher goes back to the thing to try to find Audrey, because he wants to bang.
No, it's not even that. It's more desperate than that.
Yeah.
He just wants her to acknowledge him and need him for things.
Yes. Into which
or
he
not
ends
him.
up...
He wants her to need him and to like acknowledge him, and
yes,
it's ridiculous.
But him going back, basically he finds the unicorn, begins to pilot the unicorn, because we find out that Vist is his dad and has biologically programmed it so that only the unicorn only responds to him, which finally they put a lock on a Gundam. Jesus, it only took them 17 years. And so he is doing this. Audrey has escaped, runs into Mikot and
Boy Who wants Mikot, even though Mikot wants Banagher.
To which they are saved by Rita Marcanus, who is a random mobile suit pilot who's with Londo Bell and the Earth Fed, takes them back to the Nahela Garma. Banagher turns on the mobile suit and...
the mobile suit turns him on.
Exactly. He immediately knows how to pilot it because... New type powers. And yeets full force out of the tunnel that he was in and starts to battle with Merida Cruz and the Kshatriya. We get the introduction to its psycho frame, which projects outwards and allows its user to be completely psychically linked with the mobile suit and to pilot it like it's his own body. But we learn that you can only do it for about 5 minutes.
Banagher's stamina is not good enough yet.
I have a feeling that as the show goes on, he will get more and more linked with the Unicorn Gundam. And so this is what we usually get, where people will usually reference this as the Unicorn Gundam in Unicorn mode or the Unicorn Gundam in Destroy mode. So anytime it's in this glowing form with all the red glowing shit, that's destroy mode. And when it's in its normal, not glowing form, that's going to be unicorn mode. So from now on, I'm going to reference it as either unicorn mode or destroy mode. So he battles Merida at first in unicorn mode, and then gets forcibly pressured into unicorn or destroy mode, into which he kicks Merida's ass. He has been picked up and brought aboard the Heligarma, and is basically like, how the fuck did you do that? By everybody in Londo Bell.
Well, yeah, because there's a special forces group that's even more secretive.
Yes.
That's there with them.
Yes.
That I think is a division of Londo Bell.
We get this like whole interrogation. They find out that Audrey is Maneva, and Char, Full Frontal attacks in the cool Sinanju, along with Angelo.
It's like the sleeves guard or something like that. Is
Yeah, there's a Lieutenant Angelo that is like worshiping Full Frontal, who has a really cool purple mobile suit. The purple on that I was like,
well, just the design.
I like that also with the Neo Zeon stuff, they started like adding like you know how the Zeon uniforms have that like weird trim thing on like their necks and their sleeves?
Yeah.
I like how the Neo Zeon mobile suits are also starting to get that like trim
accoutrement.
On their like chests and wrists, because Kshatriya has it on its wrists and its chest.
I don't know. Yeah, I get distracted by Kshatriya's wings.
I love Kshatriya's wings.
It's
they're so neat
because it's essentially it's like a beetle.
I love how the propulsion system is in those wings.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that gives you more like mobility because you can like
angle
alter
them differently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which we see that the Kshatriya is a very highly mobile suit. Anyway, whole battle sequence. The Federation, Londo Bell, like secret portion of us already secret thing, basically holds pistol to Maneva's head and basically tells Full Frontal we'll kill her.
Well, because Full Frontal's like, you need to surrender these things to me or we're going to blow up your ship. They're like, you can't blow up her ship. We have your princess. Full Frontal's like, I don't believe you have her.
I also like how she's like, if that is Char Aznable, he doesn't like the Zabi family. He'll kill me anyway.
Yeah.
Then Banagher's like, this is how I'll make her love me. Gets in Unicorn, fights,
loses,
goes into destroy mode, passes out because Kshatriya gets involved in his like one-on-one between him. Well, at first a one-on-one between him and Sinanju, and then Ridid joins in with his Rizal, eventually ends up getting the Unicorn and Banagher captured by Neo Zeon. Basically, we get this interaction where Banagher keeps calling him Char, and he's like, if that's what
what you want to call me.
If Neo Zeon needs me to be Char, I will be Char. And then
they're keeping him imprisoned in an open air prison.
Yes. And so we get this whole like more preachiness from Merida about how like once the Universal Century started, God died. And then, oh God, that lost me a teeny bit.
Where she took him to that hidden
temple. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, that's kind of where the second episode ended, wasn't it?
It ends as we're anticipating an attack on this colony, essentially.
By Londo Bell.
Right.
Because they need to find him.
And nothing ever goes wrong when battle breaks out in colonies with mobile suits.
Exactly.
Ever.
There's never nuclear detonations that punch a hole into the side of a colony.
Never just tons of innocent people wiped off the face of existence. The design of the sidearm, or whatever you want to call it, that the Unicorn was using in its duel against Full Frontal was terrible.
The gun or the shield?
His gun. It looked like garbage. There was no detail to it, and it just looked really minuscule compared to the frame itself. It looked bad. I hated it.
I like the shield that it has.
I think I concentrated in hating that thing so much I didn't even notice the shield.
The shield is cool. I like that it like extends when it's absorbing the energy.
So the armament I like the most is when the Kshatriya was fighting some dudes, some guy had an underarm cannon.
That was cool.
That's a cool looking gun.
I also like when when Merida stole the other dude's beam sword. She did the Kshatriya pose where she's like, yeah.
Take me in all of my beetle glory.
Anytime there's like people's favorite artwork of Kshatriya, it's always Kshatriya doing the meh with the wings in the X shape, like the card for the card game.
Sure.
Literally Kshatriya doing that with the wings spread out. That's how I have mine posed at home that I built I do like that it has the like stereotypical Zaku head though.
Yeah.
Oh, it took like all of my favorite elements of all of like the old Zeon shit. Like
See,
the Zaku head. I liked the Quebli's beetliness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Quebly was very beetly.
The funnels of the
Although purple is a better color for a Zaku style.
yeah,
Gundam.
which
Or mobile
Angelo
suit.
showed that a purple Zaku or Zeon-esque suit was really cool.
Does look good in purple more than the drab green.
I just like how chunky it is too.
I was thinking about that. It's kind of unnecessary unless that's just supposed to be armor.
A lot of that is just it's really thick armor.
But as we've seen, that's irrelevant from half of the weapons that are being used by mobile suits.
It's fair.
They
but,
punch through capital ships.
fair, but cool.
The only reason that any of the mobile suits are designed the way they are is because it looks cool according to people's desires.
Right.
And ever since the popularity of the original series, it's also used to sell their very lucrative plastic model side hustle.
Yeah.
I don't like Banagher. Banagher is just another Camille
Banagher is another Camille,
who
but
desperately
he seems,
needs to get slapped by Noah.
Yes. To me, he's less likable than Camille.
Camille became likable as the series went on.
Exactly.
And
who
maybe
knows?
Banagher will become likable as the series goes on.
Exactly. And that was what I was just about to say. Maybe Banagher will meet Noah.
And just get reinforced.
Yep, reinforced. And once his, attitude has been adjusted, and somebody has a good long talk with him about respecting yourself and not being some woman's
Servant? I mean, not that anything like that is wrong, but
Right.
the idea
But having
that
enough respect for yourself that you don't need to exist as somebody's servant.
he got hit with the new type thing so hard with
He got hit with the new type autism so goddamn hard.
that he's like, I am worthless unless I can serve her in any way she sees fit. And it made me realize that 3 out of the 4 new type heroes are Nepo babies.
Yes.
I mean, Amuro's father designed Yarek 78. Camille's mother was,
And father.
Well-
both worked for the Federation.
well, her mother was, they were both actually scientists for the project.
Yeah, they both worked on the Mark II.
Jadao was just a homeless kid that Noah picked up.
So he was not a Nepo baby.
He was not a Nepo baby. And now, but Banagher is literally the epitome of Nepo baby.
Well, and then when we get to Hathaway,
Yeah, I don't know if Hathaway ever pilots a Gundam, though. We will find out when we watch it.
didn't he pilot a mobile suit in Char's counterattack?
He did, yeah.
He at
Yeah,
least
I don't
piloted a
know
mobile
what
suit,
he's...
right?
Yeah, he knows how to pilot a mobile suit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not like Cats who died piloting a core fighter. That bitch.
Yeah, and Cats had training.
I know.
Cats had training
And he
in
was,
mobile
and
suit
he was a
piloting.
new type. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
he was a new type
Yeah,
because he
that's
had
right.
that really strong link with Sarah.
Yeah, that's right.
He was the bitchiest of the new types.
I don't know, man.
Cats is the bitchiest of the new types.
No.
Of the
Yeah, okay,
protagonist
all right.
new types. Because cyber new types don't technically count
No,
because
they
they're
don't.
like meant to be.
They're manufactured in a factory. I think the whole lapless box thing is, it's a weird thing to suddenly drop that's super important.
Yeah.
That
This late in the game.
Unicorn is based off of a novel serialization. And so it's kind of fan fiction in a way of sorts. Because Tomino didn't write it.
Right, but Tomonio's recognized it as
Oh, yeah, as like a
canon
linkage.
for the UC.
Yeah, correct. No, it is official part of the UC. It feels weird to introduce new, very important aspects to the reality of Universal Century. But
This makes me really want to watch Origin for some reason.
we'll get to Origin.
I know.
But honestly, there's so much room in the reality of Universal Century that I guess something like this could fit in without problem. I don't know. It just feels really weird. to me.
Overall, I very much enjoyed the first 2 episodes.
The action
of
has been
Unicorn.
phenomenal.
Everything is very, very, very well animated.
Yeah. Well, I should hope so. It was 2010.
Bro, we've seen shit animated in the 2020s that looks far worse than Unicorn Gundam.
Well, Unicorn's different because it wasn't a TV anime.
Fair.
It was direct to video. So those budgets, just like how the art style for Stardust Memories was so high,
Fair.
because that was direct to video as well. And they intentionally, with Stardust Memories, poured a lot of effort into it
Fair.
because they wanted it to be a new standout to carry
Especially
Gundam into the 90s.
Especially because they full ball sacked it to basically bring Gundam into the 90s.
Yeah, it was good. They did a really good job.
Also-
And Unicorn is kind of considered one of those landmark Gundam series for this time period as well anyways.
So I think it's hilarious that they used the same voice actor for Full Frontal that they did for Galileo from Iron Blooded Orphans.
Because you watched it in English.
Yes.
So the Japanese voice actor for Full Frontal is the guy who does pretty much every single iteration of Char.
I think the English voice actor that originally played Char.
I believe he is. Because I remember I was looking into that. I think he did pass away. 2020, I think.
Which, don't get me wrong, the voice actor that plays Full Frontal in Unicorn, in the English version, did a really good job of capturing the cadence of Char's original voice actor's voice.
Nice.
Like, obviously, he just has that tone of voice that you're like instantly like Matt Mercer, how you can recognize him immediately in anything.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see where the series goes, what the MacGuffin really turns out to be. And we are now into a storyline where there aren't really any good guys apparently at this point, I feel. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what transpires.
Yes. It's very engaging. I was like trying to
the combat's really good.
I know. I was trying to like grade at the same time as watching Unicorn.
Okay.
And I just had to sit there and be like, I can't do it.
It looks good.
I was like, I can't do anything else.
The series, yeah. I think I'm putting too much hate on it. I think it's better than I'm making it sound. I enjoyed it more than I'm just nitpicking.
And I know you don't like it, but I really, really like the Unicorn Gundam.
Yeah, you know me. I don't give a crap about the mobile suits.
I know.
Honestly, I want
this show for the cool robot fights and the story that follows it.
I watch the show for what I'm hoping is a fun science fiction story.
Yes.
A lot of times it lacks that story.
Yes.
Because it focuses more on selling posable figures.
I mean, we got lucky. Zeta was very good.
Zeta was really good.
And the second half of OG is very good.
When it starts to become more serious. Yeah.
Yes. I really like the second half of OG.
Stardust Memories is a good...
Stardust Memories is a fantastic
Remember,
story.
Stardust Memories was my introduction to Gundam.
Yes.
Followed by X.
I think Char's counterattack, as long as you have the background of everything else...
I still don't think we have enough background to fully appreciate Char's counterattack.
There has to be something that's going to eventually come out.
I think we just have to read Beltor Chica's... I think it's Beltor Chica's Children. Something tells me that it maybe has information that we need.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in English. I'm excited that we're finally in Unicorn.
More modern.
Found out that we have to squeeze in something before we get to Hathaway because there is a follow-up movie for Unicorn. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now.
I'm pretty sure it's where the unicorn glows blue instead of red.
I couldn't tell you.
I think it's Unicorn Psycho Frame.
We'll get there near the end of the month. So next week, we'll be talking about episodes 3 and 4. Lucky for us, because there's an odd number of episodes, the 7th episode is longer. It's like an hour and 40 or something like that. It's a long episode. So that'll be a single episode. So next week will be episodes 3 and 4. The following week will be 5 and 6. The week after that will be 7. Then we'll move into the movie, and then we'll wrap up the season with Hathaway. Do not forget to check out the Friday episodes of the podcast, which are currently being occupied by Weekly Ranma, as we're 2/3 of the way through the second season of the Ranma 1/2 remake, which has been fantastic. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you know when we come out with new episodes. And
or unplanned episodes.
Yeah, unplanned. Well, planned in our minds, but not scheduled.
Sorry, unannounced episodes.
Unannounced. All right, thanks again. We'll check you guys next time.